looking at organizations. So when you say an organization is simply, simply a social unit of people that is structured and managed to meet a need or to pursue collective goals. Okay? An organization is a social unit of people that is structured and managed to meet a need or to pursue collective goals. Or it is just a group of people working together who come together in order to achieve a specific goal or objective. So we have a few types of organizations that I would want us to discuss. But before that, let's look at the purpose of organizations. Number one, it helps to achieve organizational goals, because these are different people who are coming together in order to achieve goals. They are coming with different gifts, different talents. When they put themselves together, they are able to achieve organizational goals. The other one is optimum use of resources. So you are going to see that an organization, one of the purposes is to utilize the available resources. And whenever you hear a word resource, you need to have 4 things that come in your mind, which is abbreviated as a 3M plus T. So there's manpower, there's money, there's material, and time. Those are the 4 fundamental resources that we have in leadership, management, and governance. The next one is to perform managerial functions. So an organization gives chance to individuals to be able to plan, organize, direct, control, coordinate, and staff a group of people. The next one is it facilitates growth and diversification. So since these people are coming in with the different expertise, different skills, different capabilities, it helps the organization to grow and also to diversify into different things that are going to help it achieve the organizational goals. So we're going to go further to look at the types of organizations that exist. And the first one is none other than what we call the hierarchy or pyramid organization. So when you hear hierarchy or pyramid organization, it just comes from the word pyramid. So this is where you have one individual as the top manager, okay? One individual as the top manager. And the hierarchy organization is an organization which has what we call machine bureaucracy, which means they strictly follow rules and guidelines, okay? They have a system of communication. They have a hierarchy of leadership which they follow, but one person is the top leader. A pyramid organization or a hierarchy organization follows rules and procedures, and this is a vital part of their organizational culture. The next one is what we call a committee or jury. Now, most of you have belonged to what we call a wedding committee. You are going to understand why we call it a committee. So a committee or jury is just a group of peers who decide collectively, such as by voting. So the difference is that when you call a specific organization as a jury is a group of peers who, when they just make one decision, that particular organization is dissolved. It is only meant to meet one objective. It is called a jury. But committee members usually perform further actions after the group reaches a decision. So they continue to perform certain actions even after a group arrives at a certain decision. So for example, when you joined that particular committee for a wedding, maybe it was for your friend or anything, After you decided how much you were going to contribute, you said, okay, we'll contribute 500 each member. After making that decision, you went further to decide on what kind of clothes are we going to wear. And this is where now you start hearing colors that you've never heard before. No, let's wear cockroach brown. Guys, brown is just brown. There is no cockroach brown. There is no rat brown. I don't know where you get all these complications on colors. No, bush green, apple green. Guys, green is green, nothing more, nothing less. Let's not complicate things. But that is what a committee is, They perform further actions even after a decision is made. So that is just members of a committee seated, and they are making decisions such as by... So we have another type of... So we have another type of organization which is called the matrix organization. So a matrix organization is very simple. There is nothing complicated about this one. It's just a type of organization where each worker is assigned two bosses. So the first boss looks at the functional part. Okay, so the functional part is whereby this manager focuses on the fact that is this employee able to perform their tasks. Then there is an executive part, the one who looks at the executive part. This one looks at the ability for a person to accomplish specific projects and tasks. So when we talk about the functional part, this is where the boss looks for a person who is highly qualified in the area of expertise. So the functional part looks at does this person possess the qualifications needed for this job? That's the functional part. Then the executive part looks at is this person able to accomplish projects? Are they able to bring, to have the expertise to bring specific projects to completion? Can they do the work? That is executive part. Functional part, do they have the qualifications? I hope you get it. If you don't, please ask me in the comment box. I'll be able to explain. So that's about the matrix organization. You find that in the matrix, you find that this is one employee, but he has the director for marketing and also has advertising and sales manager, okay, director of customer service. So this is one person, but they have about two bosses that they are reporting to. Yeah, so that's the matrix organization. The other organization we have is the one which we call ecology. So ecology is a very simple type of organization to understand. Just say this is a type of organization where each worker is paid according to the actual work they perform. Nothing more, nothing less. So this can be an example of an ecology organization where you see the individual there, then there's the macro system, there we have the family, peers, school, and everything. So this organization is just going to pay this person according to the work that they are going to perform. So for example, we hear of people working maybe in the UK or in these other places, the first world nations. You find that when a person reports for work, they are paid hourly. So if a person does not show up, they don't get paid. If they show up, they work for 2 hours, it's none of the boss's business. The person can knock off, but they only get paid for that same 2 hours. But you find that in third world nations, for example, in Zambia, it's a different system. You are not paid per hour, you are paid monthly. So sometimes you find that a person, whether a person works or not, at the end of the month, they will expect to get something. So that is what we call an ecology organization. So let's progress